Trace, just kind of talk about, what the off-season's been like for you and getting healthy, and how do you feel out there now that you're at that 100% mark?
No, I feel great. It's the first time I've really been able to work with my full body and my game since high school. So just doing all I can to prepare for the season. Obviously, we're trying to look past last year, but we use it as a motivator. I know I do it myself, just to get better and want to, steer away from that this upcoming season. But just been in the gym too much, honestly, this past spring and summer. But it's going to be good for us, and I can't wait for the first couple games to roll.
How tough was that for you, from the initial diagnosis that you'd be back by Pac-12 play last year, and it just lingered, and eventually you got the medical red shirt, you come back as a sophomore, which is a good thing, but how tough was that to kind of continue to be frustrated with kind of how your body was healing?
Yeah, it was super tough. Obviously, I was really hurt when I first broke my wrist, but then, when I was hearing that it was only 4 to 6 weeks, that eased my mind up a little bit, knowing that I was still going to have a season to play. And then obviously as time went on, it wasn't healing. It was probably one of the toughest things that I went through, and probably one of the darkest times I went through just with myself. And I think if I really wanted to play, if I'm going to keep being injured, but I just knew that I love the game so much I couldn't let that come to me, and I can't think like that. Just got to stay positive, and I've had a ton of help from my family and friends to get me through it. So now I'm just looking forward to a healthy season.
With your, obviously you had the injury at the end of your freshman year. You didn't get a chance to play in the NCAA tournament, and then this. Was that, just does that kind of weigh on you a little bit when you're like you mentioned dark days, just kind of like, man, I've been hurt twice in 2 years here?
Yeah, exactly. I was always just wondering why me, but then at the end of the day, I can't think like that. Just got to think that everything happens for a reason. It's going to set me up for a better future. It made me tougher. I've learned a lot of valuable life lessons, and then obviously just made me better on the court as well, made me more mature, mentally tougher, and then I think it's just made me work harder than ever before, just because I want to make up for those things I missed. Obviously, like you said, the tournament, want to go back there, want to play in it, and so I'm doing everything in my willpower to, achieve my goals.
Prior to that injury last year, you're putting up, really good numbers. How does it feel to know that you really enter this year really as a sophomore in terms of playing eligibility, can really get back on the right track and have as much time as you really want in terms of years here to keep building? Yeah,
it's great. Obviously having that year is going to help a lot. I felt like I was able to mature a lot more physically and mentally. So coming back as a sophomore, with my original class and then the incoming class and the group of sophomores we have, I'm excited. I think we're gonna do a lot of great things. We just all gotta buy in and keep working every single day.
What do you guys kind of think are your team strengths this year, and where do you guys feel like you can, maybe be a step above some opponents in terms of what you guys can bring to the table?
Our scoring ability. I think we could average, 80, 85 points a game. We're very athletic. We like to run the floor, so I think we can get a lot of transition baskets. Drew's running the floor in practice, and so he's going to be able to beat a ton of bigs down the court for dunks and layups. So I think our speed and our athleticism is really improved and could be ahead of what everyone's going to expect us to be.
Right.
But I think just our talent we have offensively is incredible. Now it's just we have to come together and support each other, so we all understand it's going to be one person's night one, and then the next, someone else's. But I think obviously we all get along, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. We want to see each other succeed, and we want to win games, and so we're going to do whatever it takes.
When you talk about last year, was that one of the toughest things, just aside from your injury, that you've had to go through as a player, seeing a season like that? And can you guys use kind of that as motivation this year?
Yeah, it was tough, and we definitely use it as a motivation for sure. Obviously, we want to stay away from that. All the heat we hear, we just want to flip the script and show people how we can play basketball. But we went through a lot, and we never gave in. We lost a lot of close games, and we were in a lot of games for 30 minutes. So we felt like we were right there. It just kind of came down to being mentally tough and not giving in. So that's something we've been working on. Obviously, us having a year like last year was tough, and we're just doing, like I said, whatever we can to make sure that doesn't happen, and we can prove people that we can stand in the Pac-12.
Last year, was it tough to, as an Oregon State player, to watch Oregon have all their success and what's so on, and then use that kind of as motivation? You guys want to stay right at pace with the team, your arch rival?
Yeah, exactly. Oregon had a great year being our rival, but you want to see them do well also.
Right.
Makes the Pac-12 look like a better
for sure.
a better league. And then it also, we saw we had some, some buddies on the team, and seeing everything they went through in at the Final Four,
right?
It was just something that we all said came together and said that's something special. It would be something awesome, and so we use that kind of as a motivation. But we're happy for them. It just makes the entire Pac-12 look better.
And then last thing for me, you mentioned being able to run more. Is that something Beaver Nation can look forward to this year when they get out to Gill, is seeing you guys maybe for the first time in this tenure of Wayne, just being able to run a little bit?
Yeah, I think so. We're deep, so if we get tired, we can make substitutions, and they're going to pick up right where we left off. So I think we can definitely promise Beaver Nation that we're going to be running the floor in transition and show them something they haven't seen in many years.
Do you expect to press a little bit too, or still kind of that conservative zone defense?
We'll slow them down with the press, but I don't think it's going to be intense. Trap every single time, but just to slow them down.